This is the Breakfast Extra, and it's time for our Wellness Central, where we explore the heart of health and wellness conversations that matter to you and to your families, and to us as well. Today, we're making World IVF Day something to celebrate, a day that commemorates a medical breakthrough that has transformed countless lives across the world. On July 25th, 1978, the world welcomed Louise Brown, the first baby conceived through in vitro fertilization, IVF, openly on a new frontier in reproductive medicine. Now, since then, over 8 million babies have been born via IVF, giving hope to individuals and couples facing fertility challenges. But while science has made remarkable strides, myths, stigma, and also emotional hurdles still surround the IVF journey, especially here in Nigeria, most especially here in Nigeria and across most of Africa.
So joining us now to shed light on this different but powerful path to parenthood is someone at the forefront of fertility science in Africa. Oluwatosin Ogunyemi, he is a senior clinical embryologist, there we go, and also CEO of Prof Consultz International Limited. You're welcome to the program, Tosin.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Let's just get started, shall we? IVF is, as the world celebrated, there's some parts of Nigeria that still doesn't accept it or doesn't see it as right way to fertility, or you know what I mean, like they're still very much not skeptic, not fully accepted. And I want to ask why that is, and when can we get to that point where IVF is normal?
Okay, thank you very much. IVF, I'll take it a little back for us to understand something about IVF. IVF was brought out of compassion, was brought out of sacrifice, was brought out of trying to help somebody achieve a desired goal. Now, for us in Nigeria, the premium on infertility is very high. Nonetheless, we struggle to accept something new, especially when it comes to something that is against our tradition or beliefs. So for us, IVF is helping you achieve a pregnancy through science. As Nigerians, we oftentimes think God gives babies and you should just wait. But we have seen over the years that even God is the author of IVF. He's the one that you know give us the knowledge and helps us to achieve pregnancy through science. So IVF should be accepted and is getting the deserved acceptance now in Nigeria.
And attention as well.
Yeah, and attention.
It's very interesting because from many years ago, it sounded like, in Nigeria. But you see that many people are actually conceiving via IVF.
Yes, a lot of people.
Some mothers don't even want to share that they have a problem.
Yes, exactly.
And IVF was a solution.
Exactly. So there is that stigma that you talk about, and it's birthed from a cultural standpoint where people are like, until you have birth, pushing out a baby, you're not considered a woman. Yeah. That's something that we have to really work against.
Well, I beg to differ a bit because lately we've been
I don't agree with that. I'm just saying that this is
we've been seeing more people talk about IVF, especially with the celebrities.
Yes.
With the
Celebrities who are influencers and paid to do it.
Not every one of them. In my experience, I've been in this business almost 15 years now, and I've seen people come up, even at the airports, gatherings, and say, "Thank you. I had my baby at this place. I had my baby at this place. You guys are doing a good job." You see, we need to change that perspective. We need to start to encourage people to talk about it. That's why we are doing this. Even the Association of Fertility and Reproductive Health, we are even organizing more and more, opportunities for people to speak about these things and get people to, talk about it.
I was listening. Injury aside, habits that might have caused infertility aside, how prone are Nigerians statistically to infertility?
I put it to you is 1 in 6.
1 in
6.
How many are we in this room? Thank God.
Wow.
1 in 6.
1 in 6 women, or does this include men as well?
I put it to you that 53%, the last data we analyzed, 53% male factor infertility.
Wow.
Yeah, it's way more because of our lifestyle, because of the food we eat, modern kind of lifestyle.
Yeah, so, tell them again to the men. They don't listen.
Thank you. So it's not a female problem.
It's not. Never been.
Now that's where I'm going to. IVF sort of seems like a procedure that the woman has to carry all alone. there's very little sensitization to the male folk as to what their responsibilities are when it comes to this ailment.
Yeah, that's one of the things we are trying to, do by coming out to talk about this.
How much responsibility lies with men is my question.
Almost everything. The baby comes to the home. As we all know, the father is the head of the home. You take full responsibility for the family as a man. So when you are expecting your child, you should take full responsibility. That's why when people come to the clinics, we ask them to come with your husband, and we talk to them as a couple. Because it takes two to achieve this.
Now, getting down to the anatomy of it. Now, the woman might not be the issue here. The issue might not lie with the woman. It might lie with the man. But IVF is the sense most
treatments are mostly on the women.
Are focused on women.
So walk us through the process.
Yes.
Okay, let me
especially when it's a male condition.
Okay. I'll focus on the male condition, but I'll start from the basics. For you to have a baby, you would have a sperm and you would have an egg. Now, for a baby to come, a good sperm will meet with a good egg. So you can see it's 50-50. Now, the only part where the woman has a little bit of responsibility is because they carry. But before we get to the point of carriage, the sperm has to be good. And now, for one egg, you need millions of sperms. So now, the responsibility now falls back on the men to give enough sperm to fertilize the egg.
And say the man is not able to do that. What are the...
There are a lot of options. There's something we call intracytoplasmic sperm injection, which is ICSI. Came into light in the 1990, and it is vastly available now. Men with severe oligospermia, what I mean by severe oligospermia, you have less than 1 million sperm count in your ejaculate, you can still have a baby. You come to the expert, that's what people like us do. Look at it, pick out one sperm, put it inside one egg, and achieve the baby. Yeah, that's what we
deliberate infusion of that
one good
into an egg.
We can also do it that we'll select a very good sperm out of the millions and put it directly into the egg and achieve a blastocyst.
There's also the argument, and Judith, come with me here. There's also the argument that this is playing God. That the more you interfere,
I cannot follow you. You know that.
But this is the argument.
No, they're not playing God at all.
So no. But where I'm going to is that these interventions, these interferences that man has when it comes to recreation, when it comes to reproduction, have fallout effects down the line. How true or false is this?
IVF babies are healthy, good babies.
Petri dish babies.
They're not.
That's a term that they use.
No, they
it's not new.
I dare to say they are even better than your natural conceived babies. There's something we call pre-implantation genetic diagnosis and testing. That process, we can check the chromosomes of the embryo before we put it in.
That's where the argument starts. While I am not saying that
just
it's a
you
bad
being
thing,
caring.
The argument is that, especially outside of this climate, Nigeria, that people go further to engineer their
That's
babies,
where the ethical issue is.
Brown eyes, specifically, make them taller right from birth.
That's unethical. You see, it's just like you having a gun. You can use gun for protection. You can use it to, but at the same time, you can use it to kill. So, but agreed all over the world, we are under strict rules, ethical guidelines. We have the AFRH here in Nigeria. We have HEFA.
So it's wrong to engineer babies.
It's wrong. It's not allowed yet. But what we are talking about now is, for instance, two lovers. One has a sickle gene, the other two has it. They want to marry. How can they still achieve it? We can do testing. Pick out the ones who have a sickle gene. And the ones who are free will transplant, and they have healthy babies, and they continue their life. Their home is not broken. We have people who need transplant, who need grafting, and you want a matching baby. You can achieve that. And also, for people who are advanced in age, I want to try, I still want my gametes. I'm old, I still want to try. I have some eggs, but it might not work. We can check them. All these are possible because of the technology of IVF. Now, if you look closely into the whole IVF story, it was ordained by God. If God didn't want it to be possible, he would have put antibodies in the gametes. Now, that means we cannot make it the way we like. But God has made it.
You said I didn't hear you. You were quite low there.
Said that God did not put antibodies into gametes because He wants us to procreate freely.
Oh,
So He wants us to be able to play around those things. And after the doctor stimulates, the embryologist works in the lab, generates the blastocysts, puts it back into the woman. There's a silent place where God now comes to play, the implantation. God, we can generate fantastic embryos. We can give you a percentage. With what we know, with our experience, with the data we've been able to analyze, we can say 75% or 60%, this should give you a baby. But you might not still have a baby if God doesn't permit it. So God still plays a big role in IVF, the way I believe it. The person who trained me, Daya Yusuf, she used to say, small embryology, big God. That is, no matter what you do in embryology, how skillful you are,
But away from that, let's talk about the access to IVF in Nigeria. With the economic indices and the cost of living crisis that we're seeing, I can only imagine how expensive this must be. So let's talk about treatment, the affordability of it.
Yeah.
Affordability.
Well, if you'd ask me, Jude, I would not put a price to what you desire most in life. For me, if you want a baby and you need IVF, that's what you need. If you have tubular blockage, you cannot conceive naturally without IVF. It's a necessity. It's just like water. It's like somebody who's bleeding out in the hospital. You need blood transfusion. We don't talk about money at that time. Yes, we need money to do IVF. Yeah, set you back maybe around 3 million, 4 million, thereabouts. But you can plan for it. What we want from the association end and everyone is for people to come out and ask questions, come out and find out what is wrong. Why am I not getting pregnant? If you don't get pregnant, you are sexually active for a year, you're not pregnant, ask questions. Call a doctor. I need to see a fertility expert. Book me an appointment. It won't cost you anything. And you get examined, they check the man, go with your partner, check the semen parameters. Man, you have suboptimal sperm, but these are the things you can do to improve your lifestyle. These are the things you can do to achieve progress. It's not always IVF at first hand. You might just change your lifestyle and you have pregnancy. For ladies, especially on the high now, you're noticing a bit of changes in your body, hormonal changes, menstrual fluctuation. As an educated lady, you should ask questions. These are the things that we should do as responsible couples, to ask the right question. Don't talk about the money yet. If you want to buy a car, take a loan, make a plan, you save. I don't think there's any car that is new that sets you back more than IVF. How many cars do you have in Lagos, my friend?
A lot.
A lot.
Now,
We got Teslas in Lagos, by the way.
We know of certain people who are buying Lambos. And same thing that I tell people, when you want it the most, what you desire the most. Have you seen a woman waiting for? I tell you, every minute of the day, she's thinking about it. Every man that is waiting, every minute, he goes out to watch football, he's thinking about it and called when. So if the premium is that high, you just make a plan.
Okay, interesting. Real quick, is IVF a very integral factor when it comes to surrogacy? Now, I know this is a different subject, but I would like to know.
It is. Okay. Because in Nigeria, we are only allowed to do surrogacy through IVF. Okay. And surrogacy comes into play when the woman cannot carry.
There are other ways to do surrogacy besides IVF?
Oh yes, Judith, it's the natural way where a man and a woman meet.
What? I thought it was only Sarah and Abraham that was supposed to do it.
Yeah, that's the point.
So, there's gestational carriage. That is, a woman whose womb is good wants to help a couple who have a challenge. Then the gamete, that is the sperm and the egg from the couple, they commission somebody who's willing to help them birth to this baby.
Are we practicing that now in Nigeria?
Yes, a lot.
So there are surrogate mothers who,
every day.
and this is a commercial thing?
It's not commercial.
I mean, wouldn't I be paid if I'm going to
if you are
be
going
a surrogate?
if you are going to be a surrogate, you will be put in strict conditions.
Okay.
And you'd have to be taken care of.
So this is on the selection of the couple. This is not just like there's a
No,
marketplace where you can get a surrogate mother.
No. It's mostly clinical.
Okay.
You'd have the clinical team, the hospital looks at. We have agencies. We have legal.
So there's regulation.
Legal. We have under the association, we have a laid down rule.
Okay.
Like how you should go about surrogacy. The association is strict on it. You know, there's something we call donation, where people who, just like in the blood bank, you find people who are O positive, especially B negatives and Bs, and you know, the blood is very, very, very hard to find. So people who have them will come to the bank and say, okay, I feel good today, I'm going to bless somebody with my blood. I'll put it in the bank. Surgery.
The same thing with something?
Same thing. That's the same ideology and the same way I try to preach donation. It's not about the money. It's not about the commercial. When you put commercial into donation, then the ethical part of it is
Oluwatosin, this has been very informative and educative. And also, we do hope that it has been able to quell the minds of individuals and Nigerians to destigmatize those who use IVF as an option to procreate.
Before I go,
real quick,
for general public, I want to invite everyone to the AFRH.
You have to give me. I have to give you an invoice for that.
It's an open house. It's free.
It's
for
free.
Everyone. Yeah, for the general public to learn
Send
about
me a
it.
deal. I'll send you the address, but I cannot say it. I will collect
it is free.
It's free for me.
All right, good. Thank you very much, Mr. Oluwatosin.
Thank you very much.
Oh no, this is. I'm not driving you out.